Welcome to the Finest Start podcast, where we explore the remarkable journeys, inspiring stories, and pivotal moments in careers of individuals who truly made their mark. Today, we have a distinct pleasure of having Mark Jones with us here in the Finest Start studio, director at Haley Group, who witnessed and actively contributed to the evolution of multi-million national operation. So I'm really looking forward to learning about this transformation. So, Mark, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. I'm very welcome to be here today.
Fantastic. So before we dive into the story, please introduce yourself and the company.
Yeah, so I'm Mark Jones, the trade director of Haley Group. We're the biggest MRO distributor in the UK. We supply all kinds of industry from transport for London to food, to military, to beverage, all types of industry in the UK.
Yes. And you've been with the company for the 39 years,
39
right?
years, yes, 39 years. So it's been a very interesting time and to see the company develop.
Develop, I think it's an understatement.
Exactly.
Understatement of decades, because when you joined the company, this was just a small company, like 1 million turnover.
Yeah, it was a £1 million turnover, and we're turning over approximately, this year will be a £300 million.
Yeah, so that is just mind blowing, right?
Oh, it's been a fantastic. I mean, evolution of the business over that period of time.
Yeah, so how did this opportunity come about? Because I think he was destined to be a policeman, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
originally?
we talked about this earlier. Yes, when I left school, I was going to be. I joined the West Midlands Police cadets. There was a time I was there for a period of time, but there was no funding for the cadets at the time with West Midlands Police. It was coming to an end. So I had a period of time before I could join the regular force, and I think at the time it was 18 and a half. So basically what happened then, I was looking for a job, fell into Haley, just as a part-time thing, started in the stores, just to keep myself going before I could join the regular force. And then basically after that, I was going to leave, and I was basically going to move on, and then I was taught, and I was by one of our MDs at the time. Yeah. So he said to me, "It'll be one of the biggest mistakes you ever make."
Yes, and weren't they right?
So basically, that transition, I stopped with the company, went into the office, and I became office manager when I was 21.
Yeah. And at what moment you actually felt you part of something big and incredible, and that's gonna just basically go on this growth trajectory? What point was?
Well, that growth was when the two managing directors at the time, Lee Willits and Bernie Noakes, decided to basically move away from the sales desk and
develop the network,
develop the branch network, and that's what they did. And I was left to control our sales team, and basically we had a massive transition of booming business at that time. We had our sales dramatically grew, our profitability grew, and then we were able to develop the branch network as it is continued to develop the network as it is today.
Yeah, but when that happens, basically, when the company goes through this, incredible growth, what's the atmosphere like? Is it hectic, chaotic? What is it?
It's chaotic. It's enthusiasm was generated. It was just such a very unique time to be involved in and experience that evolution of the business, and it was just one of those incredible moments. And you look back, and sometimes it's like a blur. To see, you think about things, you remember things, but it was just such a fantastic development, and the way the team all gelled together at that particular time, and it was a family business, and that's what it was, a family business, and we all worked as a family, we certainly worked very hard, but we also played hard at the time.
So you think these are the key ingredients of that, but obviously the right time, right team.
Exactly, and it was. In fairness to the two managing directors, they involved everybody, and it was a family unit, and we all worked as that. We worked for them as well as ourselves and our career development.
Yeah. And you progressed from there, and you've witnessed this expansion of the business. This is truly remarkable. So, tell me a little bit about what it's like to be part of such a team. And what was your role in that? Because obviously, at the time when you joined and even got talked into staying, this maybe was on the horizon, but not probably nothing like you could ever dream of, right?
No, it wasn't. I mean, part of the team, it was one of those experiences. I just, to be honest with you, it was just unbelievable. The team, what we had, what we still have. I mean, and all the career paths have grown within the company. It was just those individuals and those personalities will bounced off each other. Yeah, and it was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. You know.
So, what were the strategies for you to build that collaborative and good environment for people to thrive in? Obviously, you do have the sales element and the product, but how do you gel?
Communication, and it's about communication and involving people in decisions, and and talking about the aspects of the business, and also talking about their worries and what they want out of the business, their career paths, how they want to develop, and their opportunities to go further. And in fairness to Hayley, a lot of the key individuals at that time have gone on to build, great careers within the business.
Yes. So you've got a lot of the workforce who've been with you for years.
I mean, our turnover staff is very small.
Yeah. So people who you recruited back in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, still there?
We've got people that, I'm probably, there's two of us have served 39 years. Most of the guys, they've done 30 years, 25 years plus, and I mean, fairness, even the people we're taking on today, they've been there, I'll say the new members are probably there 5-6 years plus. Yeah. So there's a lot of our turnover. If people join Hayley Group, they tend to stay within the business and develop their career paths within the company.
Yes, because there's always, it keeps going that way.
The opportunities are there for people.
Yeah. And tell me a little bit about how you yourself progressed within this business, because it was probably, you when you was probably 20 years in, something incredible happened. Also, there was this opportunity came about.
Oh, that was in 2000. Yeah. So what happened was, obviously, I was offered an opportunity to buy into. I was given some shares in one of our subsidiary companies. Yeah. And then after about 12 months, I was offered an opportunity to buy a 25% stake. There's four partners in the business.
Yes.
So
you grabbed this opportunity, right?
I grabbed the opportunity. Yeah. And in fairness, it was at the time we begged, borrowed, and stealed to try and raise the capital to put the capital into the business, but it happened, and then the growth. We developed that opportunity and we grew that business, and it was a fantastic achievement for four of us. Mm-hmm.
And how did you identify this opportunity? How did it come about?
There was a void in the market at the time, and there was a product range that we wanted to develop, and we wanted to rebrand it our own brand, and that's what it was called. It was Hayley Motion Technology, HMT, and it was certain types of product range that we could buy from certain suppliers. There was certain opportunities to sell products into different industries, and we seized that moment at the time. Mm-hmm.
And that led to you traveling the world, and
exactly,
yes,
especially China.
Especially China, right? Yeah. And how was your time in China? Would you say, from perspective of time now?
It was. I mean, I went back. First time I was there was 2000. I went back in 2001, I think it was. And in fairness, at that time, China was going through a boom time, a rapid boom. Yeah.
Again, very unique point in time.
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah. I mean, in fairness, you look at that. I mean, I've been all the way around China, from east to west, north to south. Yeah. It was an amazing experience to see. I saw child labour. I saw at that time. Yeah, I've
seen every facet of it.
Yeah, exactly. It was unique, and obviously it's a different country now. Obviously it's gone through a major expansion. Yeah, but it was a very learning experience for myself at that time. But it created a lot of key moments and a lot of things And again, met some very, unique individuals that I've kept in touch with over these periods, this long time, 23 years.
Yeah, and then you've even had some life and death moments there. And I mean, I don't know if you want to talk about it briefly, but it's almost like changing the perspective on the life, what's happened in the space of 24 hours, was it?
Exactly. So,
so let's talk about it.
So, well, basically, we had a trip from Hong Kong. We went across the New Territories and we had an overnight stay. We caught an overnight flight the following day, and we were on this internal flight to visit this factory. Mm-hmm. So literally, we was on this plane. There was three of us: my interpreter and my technical manager at the time, and we were. The plane literally had a
nosedive.
We had a nosedive.
Yeah.
Suddenly. But it wasn't just like a turbulence nosedive. Yeah. It suddenly dropped like a stone.
It's nothing you've experienced before.
No. But it didn't just drop once. It dropped a second time.
Yeah.
And then I thought, this plane doesn't sound in particularly good order.
Yeah.
And then it literally went a third time, but this was a big one. So all the oxygen masks dropped out.
Yeah.
I had.
And is the trajectory down?
It was going down.
Yeah.
In a shop.
Yeah.
There was people screaming on the flight. My interpreter was sitting in the middle, and she grabbed my arm. And totally. I mean, it bruised my arm completely. But at that time, I was thinking that we're not going to survive this.
Yeah.
This was
going to be ending disaster. Yeah.
But anyway,
I can see you relieving it in your head.
It was a major moment.
Yeah.
But imagine this is the first internal flight you're going in China as well, and then we've got about another 7 or 8 to do. So you can imagine that the back of your mind, it's going to be the best experience. So anyway, we we landed, and in fairness we got off the plane. This Chinese businessman said to me, he said, "Was that the worst flight you've ever been on?" And I said, "Certainly." And he said, "It certainly is mine as well." So
funny now, but not back then. I can imagine his face.
No. Well, it was quite frightening, I must admit. But then we went to the hotel. We checked in a very quick turnaround, and then we had
into business mode.
Back into business mode.
Yeah.
So it was on a time limit. We had to this company were picking us up in their factory driver, who worked for the company. We literally were picked up, and literally we got in this car. Me and the interpreter
and mind you, that's after the flight.
This is after the flight. This is after the flight.
Just still shaking.
So me and the technical manager in the back, the interpreter's in the front, and there's no seatbelts in the back. So I thought, anyway, we had an hour and a half drive to this factory, and I was trying to get some sleep. So was our technical guy, and I thought to myself, this guy's gone a bit too fast for my liking. So when someone's been watching something like the Dukes of Hazzard, and he's going between 2 lorries on a dual carriageway at speed, you start to worry.
Yes, yeah.
But anyway, I must have told the interpreter to tell this guy to slow down.
Yeah.
I mean, he must have been around 10, 20 times. I said, we're not in a rush, just want to get there in one piece.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he didn't take any notice. So we got to the factory, did a tour. It was, to be honest with you, the factory tour was a bit of a waste.
I'm amazed that you've actually got there and still managed to pull it off, in terms of the tour and meetings.
It was a nightmare. But we got to the factory. The factory was a bit of a waste of a visit. But I said to our interpreter, I said, look, there's no way we're going back with this guy. I said, just phone the hotel, get him to send
This is the voice of reason now, after all the trauma.
Get him to send the car, come and pick us up. I don't care how much it costs, we just need to get back in one piece. So we got the hotel, sent the car, picked us up, going back. Literally, the car was supposed to be going back to the hotel, but there's like a traffic jam, and I thought, that's somewhat strange. And I said to our technical manager at the time, I said, that's that car we should have been going back in. And he said, it is, yes. Have you seen, the windscreen had gone through.
Yeah.
There's all blood all over the windscreen. And I thought to myself, if we'd been in that car, no seatbelts,
you'd be gone.
We wouldn't be here today.
Yeah.
So that was fate, and that was the Chinese experience for me.
Yeah. So I think that set you up for, like, I don't know, being more diligent and strict with your safety, travel schedule, everything like that.
You think
you've learned from that?
Well, you do learn from it, but also it's just I think sometimes you have a sixth sense.
Sixth sense, yeah, and you have to.
When not to do things, and look at the situation.
Yeah, and absolutely, that saved your life and the life of the people who traveled with you. So
exactly,
good judgment.
I know.
That could be also the ingredient of the success.
I know.
That's long term, but that's the sixth sense you've got here. Let's come back and let's reflect on the early days of yourself as the office manager.
Okay.
Because I just wanted to know what advice you would give to individuals starting their careers in a high growth company or embarking on that journey.
I think he's basically the thing I'd say to people, and I'd say to any individuals who want to get into any kind of company, is be enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Learn from your peers. Gain as much. Talk to people. Be enthusiastic about your job. Learn about the product that you're selling, and you get rewards out of that.
Yeah.
And that's what I did, and most of the guys did.
Yeah.
We learnt about the product. We learnt from our peers. We're enthusiastic what we wanted to do.
Coming into the office with this energy of this, we're gonna really get things done.
Exactly, and that's what you want to do. And it gives you a buzz, and you get that bounce off people. And if you've got a team that's working like that, the enthusiasm generates always is, and it creates positivity in within people and their own development.
Yeah.
And that's what I'd say is very important.
And you guys have got really extensive academy as well for all up-and-coming talent.
Yeah, exactly. So we've developed an academy now, which we're basically getting individuals working, learning different products around the business, learning different skill sets to go forward. Because again, we have an aging workforce, and we want to grow the youngsters in the business to develop and grow the business even further. I mean, as I said, we grow a £300 million company. We want to develop that even further in the future. We want to open more branches around the UK.
Yeah, so it's still a lot of ambition and growth that's
major
coming
growth.
up.
I mean, there's a lot of investment going in the future, and we want to develop. We want that new talent behind. Who's going to take the company forward for the future. You
still got this enthusiasm in you, and it comes forward. So just even 39 years later, you keep pushing for growth.
Exactly, and I think you have. And anything you do in life, you've got to have enthusiasm.
Yeah.
And that's, any walk of life, I think that's the positive thing to do.
That's a really great advice. And in terms of where you see on the thoughts on the future of industry and Hayley's group role in it, like, is there anything, what exciting opportunities are there, or things that you foresee?
Well, the exciting opportunities are that we are going to open more branches around the UK. We're going to develop more insights into national accounts businesses. We're going to look at more on the supplying the defence industry, which is a major target for us.
Yeah.
So there's major opportunities in the UK for us as a business.
Yeah.
But I think that we are going to have a rapid expansion over the next few years, certainly.
Wow, what does that mean, rapid expansion in your standards? Who knows?
Exactly. It will be. I mean, it's going to be a major growth. We're developing a new head office over the next few years, which is going to be a major investment again.
Where is that going to be?
That's going to be in Halesowing.
Okay.
But it's going to be a redevelopment of the sites. But it's going to be a state-of-the-art building. So
exciting.
So there's exciting times ahead.
Brilliant. And before we wrap up, I always like to ask about the sources of inspiration. And we spoke before, and you said for you it's definitely Lee Noakes and Bernie.
Well, Lee Willits.
Yes.
Lee Willits and Bernie Noakes.
Yeah.
Lee Willits and Bernie Noakes, those are the two founders of Hayley. Those my two.
Sorry, I got it turned around. I'm sorry.
Those my two mentors. They're the guys I learned from. They developed.
Yeah.
They owned the business, and before it was sold, acquired.
Yeah.
They were the guys that actually developed. And in fairness, Bernie's still involved as a consultant.
Yeah.
But they were the inspiration. That's actually, and in fairness, it's
they've
not
changed your life. I mean, they've stopped you from going. I wonder what your life would. Would you be the policeman? You think?
I think I probably would have been. I probably would have been. I probably would have been retired by now as well. but no, they were two guys in my life. They were the inspiration. They basically made you. Well, they made me feel that I was one of the part of the founders of the business, and they still do. And I'm still very good friends with them today. So we're like brothers.
Is there any specific things that they say to you that stuck in your mind? Is it that day when they say you're going to miss out big time?
No. I think they always say to me, we always work hard and we play hard, and that's what we do.
And you did play hard.
We did play hard, and
you had some good times.
We had some fantastic times.
Yeah.
So there's many memories. Some I can't reiterate, but we did have some very good times.
Mark, thank you for sharing your incredible journey on the Finest Hour podcast. It was really a privilege to have you here talking about all the experiences you've had at Haley Group and all this growth. I wish you and the team that it continues. Such a great organization, so many fantastic individuals involved in it. So congratulations on that. Well, really,
that's very kind. Thank you very much. That's very good. And thank you for inviting me today.
Yes, thank you. And we've learned about your experiences, the plans for the future. And I'm also really touched by the impact of the founders, Lee and Bernie, and the impact that they've made on your life.
Exactly.
And the great guys that they are.
They are.
And also a special shout out to Sam Noakes, who kindly helped me organize this interview with you, Mark.
Okay, thank you.
So, Sam, thank you very much for organizing that and making this a possibility to have Mark in the studio today.
That's great.
So, to our audience, I hope you've enjoyed this conversation as much as I have. And until next time, take care, look after yourself, be great, and strive for your own finest hour. Thank you.